One day I came across a young man who told me, Mr. Balaji, I'm tired of my place of work. My superiors and my leaders repeat about the same thing every day compared to other institutions. I do new things and even sometimes better things. And I burst into laughter. Honestly, not because his frustration wasn't valid, but because he unknowingly exposed a powerful truth about human nature. Our craving for novelty often blinds us to the power of repetition. So today, we're going to be talking about the power of consistency. I promise you, by the end of this video, not only will you be reminded why consistency matters, but you'll be inspired to stay consistent, even in the very things you perceive as boring, routine, or repetitive. All right, what's consistency? I know we all understand what consistency means. To simply put, it's showing up daily to achieve a task. That could be your job, your prayer life, your fitness journey, your business, or relationships. But let me give you my own perspective of what consistency is. Consistency is that atomic habit of showing up to a commitment at all times, even when it reaches its elastic human point of boredom or genuine human weakness of dissatisfaction. See, let me be real with you. Consistency is hard, consistency is boring, but here's the catch. Consistency is powerful. It becomes positively effective over time, not overnight. We all know the human body is naturally lazy. It seeks comfort, avoids stress, and seeks shortcuts. This is where the mind has to take charge. The mind has to remind the body of what it's working towards. The mind has to refuel you when motivation runs dry, because feelings are temporal, but commitment must be stronger. Let's go back to the young man's complaint. You're always doing the same thing at work. Exactly, because repetition is a teacher. Repetition is a refiner. Repetition is a reminder that what we do often, we eventually become. Think of elite athletes, musicians, inventors, the likes of Thomas Edison, who repeated almost 1,000 times the process of creating the light bulb. And we're going to talk about Rory McIlroy. After the last time he won a major competition, it took him 10 years before he was inducted into the Masters. And we're going to talk about PSG. The Qataris took over the football club in Europe 14 years after before they could win the highest trophy in Europe. You know why? They kept at it. They kept going, repeating the same process year in, year out for 14 years. And we're going to talk about Usain Bolt. You all know him. Bolt is now synonymous with speed. And that young man took him 4 years of consistently training, going out there on the track in the rain, the sun, and all the pains. But 4 years of consistently training. You know what happened? He broke the world record and he still holds it. That is the hidden power of consistency. When building capacity, the boring days matter the most. It's easier to show up when you're excited. It's easier to keep going when the results are visible. But what about the days when nothing seems to change? When no one seems to be noticing? When no one is clapping? But it's just you, your task, your silence. Those are the days that matter the most, when true growth happens quietly, like a seed beneath the soil. Though you may not see it sprouting yet, it's growing deeper and deeper, gaining ground and standing firmly beneath the soil. Finally, if you're building a skill, a habit, a relationship, a business, or even a spiritual life, do not stop showing up just because it no longer feels exciting. Years ago, I used to speak to myself in the mirror. I still do it now. Seeing myself speak to a large congregation of people that race. Right now, we're building something special towards that dream. People who win in the long run are not always the most talented or resourceful. They are the ones who remain consistent with their goals. So the next time you feel like quitting because things seems repetitive, slow, or boring, remember this: repetition creates rhythm. Rhythm leads to mastery. Mastery brings transformation. Consistency may not look glamorous, but that is where the glory begins. So go out there and keep showing up. When it's boring, show up. When it's hard, show up. When no one is clapping for you, show up. Because in the end, it will always pay off.